Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and I'm here with my son, and we are going to open up um, Dungeons and Dragons: Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. We're going to open up an entire box. There are 36 packs in this box. Each one has 15 cards in it. I am looking at these from a Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Master perspective, and basically and I'll be commenting them from that perspective. Logan might chime in with some Magic the Gathering insights. You can hear me. Oh yeah, so he's just bringing out the box, getting all the cards in. We're gonna open these up. All right, awesome. All right, so I am super excited about this from a Dungeons and Dragons perspective. I'm a Magic player. But far more important these days, I'm a Dungeon Master. And me and both Logan played in the pre-release for this, and we were just really thrilled with this set. Really a lot of fun. So there's an Atropal, and let's see what's in this pack. So Steadfast Paladin, Arcane Investigator, we got Herald of Hadar, Spoils of the Hunt, Delver's Torch, Shocking Grass, Neverwinter Dryad, Clattering Skeletons, Celestial Unicorn, Warlock class. I love these classes. You meet in a tavern, Guild Thief, Nadar, Selfless Paladin. That's our rare. And then just real quick, look at this. All of the lands have an adventure hook on them, which is really exciting. So the rare in there was Nadar, Selfless Paladin, which is exciting. Going into our second pack now, and let's see what we got. So one of the things that's really great about these is these can be used as NPCs. Some of these cards are really fantastic NPCs, so the token in there is Boo, who is Minsk's. Yeah, yeah. So we're going through Herald of Hadar, a few other cool ones in here. Blacks, reds, white. This is a multicolored. This is Faraday, Devil's Chosen, and he's a Tiefling Warlock. And then we're coming up to our rare. Our rare is Hive of the Eye Tyrant. What do you think of these? Is this one of the Manlands? Yeah, pretty interesting.
Yeah, so these are the creature lands, and you can pay. So they enter tapped, and then they just tap for like a basic color, and then they you can pay a certain amount depending on how much the creature's toughness is or whatever, and you get a creature token. They've done this before. It's not like the first time they've done it, but these are pretty cool. So.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to get some. And I just want, and we also got this foil in here. Just so you're aware, as a dungeon master, the foil can help. Like, so if you see a guard approach, you give that out as an event to your player characters. You can give it out again as a higher form of itself in the foil version, and that's just a way to differentiate. So our rare for that was Hive of the Iron Tyrant. Skeleton tokens, really exciting. I love the skeleton and goblin tokens. Goblin Hatchineer, Veteran Dungeoneer. Go ahead, a couple more. Yeah. Faraday's Fireball, Air Cult, Underless Basilisk. There's the dungeon map. I really like the dungeon map. Is I really love this card. It's just like, really captures the spirit of the game. Portable Hole, you classic item, and our rare is, what is our rare there?
Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
So everybody's aware of Tasha's guide to Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and here's Tasha's Hideous Laughter is our rare. Okay. All right, going into another pack here. So this is a really exciting set. I bought 2 boxes of this, so we're opening up one of those boxes now. Roll for Initiative, classic call out in Dungeons and Dragons. Compelling Duel. There's the Soul Knife Spy. Okay, go ahead. Boulay. A few different ones in here. And our rare is the Teleportation Circle. Classic spell reminder in the game. Yeah. So the teleportation circle is our rare for that pack. and it just shows another type of card that we're going to be getting in these set. This is an enchantment, but there's spell types. So basically these cards are breaking down into non-player characters, into artifacts, which are magic items and so forth, and then into So we have a few interesting commons and uncommons. Can you back up a little bit to the purple worm? So one of the things that's interesting is we have these cards with the vintage art, which I really like. Another way to differentiate creatures. And of course, and so there's lots of different ways that you can use these cards. And so we're coming up on our rare. Oh my gosh, that is a mythic. So that is Book of Vile Darkness. Tell people about the Book of Vile Darkness. What's interesting about this?
It's a good card. You need a couple of other spells to use
What list did it go on right away?
That's a different card.
Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, never mind. Sorry. That's okay.
That's the Book of Exalted Deeds.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so Book of Vile Darkness comes in. And of course, this is an artifact, and that could be a magic item that you're going to give out to your players. Pretty interesting. And okay, so we have the Eye of the Beholder, which is like the spiked pit traps I'm using to actually mark traps in the game. Dawnbringer Cleric. All 12 of the classes are represented, and all of the traditional races in Dungeons & Dragons are present as well. And so it's just a really super fun set. These multicolored. There's a Triumphant Adventurer. That's our rare for the pack, which is really nice. Triumphant Adventurer is, that's your adventurer as they're coming out of the dungeon. Really exciting. That's a very good pull. We're excited about that one. All right, and so here we're going into another pack now, and let's see what we get. So we're getting some more artifacts, magic items. There are event cards in here. Dueling Rapier. That's the first time I've seen that one. And then Genie Wanderer. Genie Wanderer. And again, that has that classic vintage art. Classic Dungeons & Dragons monster. Gelatinous cube. Very, very traditional monster. Very cool. All right. So you have non-player characters, you have monsters, you have magic items, you have spells, and there's going to be lots and lots of ways to use these at the table for Dungeons & Dragons. I'm really excited about them. They're going into my games already. Owlbear with the vintage art, really, really nice. Ooh, I've never seen this vintage art. This is a classic monster, Blink Dog. White Dragon, very nice. So... am I correct that all 5 dragon colors are represented? Yeah. And there's Brunor Battlehammer. Oh, and our rare, the Wizard's Spellbook. So this, that's going to go right to your player character. Very exciting. And so the Wizard's Spellbook is really, really unique, and it's a great card. Of course, your wizard players, you're going to give this to them, and like, how can you? One of the things I've been thinking about when you're using these in the games, especially the Wizard Spellbook and all of these, right? So if you have here, let's stop on this guy for 1 minute. Keep going. That's a goblin. There, right here. I'm sorry. Keep going. I would like to land on a non-player character type. There we go. Perfect. So this is a Tiefling Wizard. And you could use this as a non-player character, but one of the things I've been thinking about is if you want to show condition, you could do that with colored sleeves. Yeah. There's plate armor. Volo's Guide to Monsters. He's our rare. Volo, of course, is a famous, super famous character, and of course, Volo's Guide to Monsters is literally one of the source books within Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. And that's really nice to get Volo in the vintage colors. Pretty cool. All right, so. Very, very cool. And we're continuing to get tokens. Here's some spells. Veteran Dungeoneer, very cool. Sylvan Shepherd, and Evolving Wilds. I think that's a really cool card. I really like that card a lot. And it's a very powerful card in Magic. It's been the Book of Exalted Deeds. Now, can you speak to this? What happened with the book?
This card is currently banned in Standard. The reason why is Basically, the effect exile Book of Exalted Deeds put an enlightened counter on target angel. It gains you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. In the set Kaldheim, there was a land that you could pay 4, and it became a 4/3 indestructible angel until end of turn. So when that turn passes, basically you can't, in standard, you can't interact with lands that much. You can't destroy them. So you basically can't win the you can't lose the game,
and your opponent win it.
You can still win the game. You can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it basically just guarantees you to win, and there's not a lot of land destruction in standard, so that's why.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So we also had a dancing sword. Oh, Logan, let's back up for a minute. So real quick, this doesn't happen a lot, but we have a rare, we have a foil rare, and we have a mythic. So we actually got 2 rares in that pack, which is really nice. So that's really fantastic. So that was a great pack for us. Now, Logan, what do you know about the values? Are any of the cards going up much? Like, what's the? I pulled earlier a Gnawbone, and he was going up. Oh, let me talk about this real quick. So here we see Temple of the Dragon Queen, and if you are a Dungeons & Dragons fan, you are going to know that this is a land with a module cover. Very cool. These are one of my favorite cards. This type of card is one of my favorite cards in the whole set. Really, really speaking to those old school Dungeons & Dragons fans. Just a fantastic card. Go ahead. Yeah, Red Dragon. Oh, nice. We're getting some of these class cards in here. What's our rare in there?
Ranger class.
Ranger class. One thing about this, about these is the class cards are split across rarity. I'm not sure if that was the greatest idea for them to do, but it is very interesting. So the Ranger class is rare, but then like Cleric is like uncommon, and some of them are common. I think like Warlock is common. Warlock is it's a common card, but it's the most popular of all the classes, very much so. Yeah. All right, so we're moving along here, and yep. All right, and so let's see what we got. Unexpected Windfall. That's an event card. You find a cursed idol. Can we stay on? So you find I really love these. These are like classic events that happen in Dungeons & Dragons, and it's just really nice to have these in here and to be able to celebrate those events. And I think these are going to be really, really fun to hand out and allow the players to get a full collection. +2 Mace, Mordenkainen's Polymorph, Price of Loyalty, Hired Hexblade, Hill Giant Herder Girder. What a great card. Priest of Ancient Lore, Dire Wolf Prowler, Critical Hit. These are a lot of fun. I'm going to be handing these out when people get hit by a critical hit. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to allow them to cash it in for. So I'm still working on that part. Grim Warner, and our rare is Asmodeus the Archfiend. Did anybody play this against you in the pre-release at all? Have you seen this thing in play?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It's pretty powerful. You do lose life. It's similar to, like, I think it's just a worse Obnixilis or whatever that was.
Oh yeah, and so it changes the way you draw.
Yeah. But you can get a lot more from it than other cards. So.
All right, so here we're going to be looking at Goblin Javelineer. There's the Dueling Rapier again, and the Potions of Healing, the Pixie Guide, Plate Armor, Critical Hit again. What's our rare? Another Gelatinous Cube. Very nice. All right. So, all right, starting to really kind of hit a pace here. Yep. And Spare Dagger, Armor Veteran, Find the Path, Potion of Healing, Owlbear, Evolving Wilds, Charm Sleep, Wizard class. Nice, very good. And Power Word Kill. That's exactly the name. Interesting. Delina, Wild Mage, a red card, and Elf Shaman. Go ahead. And so one thing that's interesting, a little disappointing, is Shaman is in the D&D set, but it is not in the D&D game. Shaman is actually not a class. But Shaman's been around in Dungeons & Dragons for a while, and that's why it showed up here. It's just kind of an interesting take. So we're moving forward here, and and our rare here is Kalen Reclusive Painter. And did we get 2 rares in there? No, that was uncommon. Sorry. And there's the fighter class. The fighter class is rare. And then we also got the shiny Treslora Moon Dancer. Very interesting card. One of the things though is about that is she's not actually from any of the actual D&D lore. So some of the NPCs are new, and some of them are brand new, and then just some of them are older. So some of them are brand new, and some of them actually come from the actual lore, which is pretty interesting. So kind of moving through here, Boule, Hulking Bear, Faraday's Chosen. Oh, and our rare here is Elwick Tumblestrum, and this is a mythic Planeswalker. Very nice. Okay, yeah, very cool. Great one. All right.
Gotten 3 mythics so far.
Yeah, 3 mythics. Those are good pulls. Very nice. And it's nice that we got a Planeswalker. If I'm getting a box, I really want to come out of that with a Planeswalker. It's not required that I get a bunch of Planeswalkers, but I do get a little disappointed if I don't get a single Planeswalker. So Elwick Tumblestrum, very, very interesting character. New character has been added to the lore. And it's interesting. It'll be fun to see if these show up in books. A Dancing Sword is our rare. Very nice. Very nice. And we got a foil there. All right. And Dancing Sword, of course, is a classic weapon that can fight on its own. Pretty neat. Also, we just saw a card. So we saw a card called Secret Lair, and I have ordered the Secret Lair packs that are coming out in the fall, and those are actually celebrating Varus Silvery Moon, legendary creature. Very nice, good rare there. All right, and also in that pack was a Kick in the Door. Very nice style. That card really very much captures the spirit of Dungeons and Dragons. And so Steadfast Paladin, Swarming, you find keep going there. Null Hunter, Manicore, and then Fly, and let's see what our rare in here. And their Paladin class, a rare as well. And that's it for that pack. And actually, our pace is a little slower than we wanted on this. So this is going to be our last pack that we open on this, and we'll probably open the rest of this in a separate video. But let's see what we get in our last pack that we have. All right. So sweep through here, and oh wow, nice. And our rare for this one, our rare is Dritz to Orden. Very nice, very cool. And that's a great one to end on. Thanks for letting us share this with you. We'll open the rest of the pack in a separate video. And just thanks for letting us share our joy with you about opening these packs. Take care.